What's up?
What's up? Not much.
Same.
We were just backstage talking about some events that we were coming up and
Oh
making
yeah.
plans.
Oh yeah. Gonna be a fun show tonight, guys. I'm a little bit tired, did not sleep very well last night, but we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. So, how's your week been, Gwen? What's going on? It's another Wicked Wednesday.
It absolutely is. Of course, Gremlins always for both of us. And then we got a special show after this great show with Jeremy Cotter and some really great folks. And I don't know, the week's going by super fast, actually. So
it is. I woke up this morning thinking it was Monday, but thank goodness it's not. But
all right.
No, it's been one of them weeks where it's like anytime I start to get a little bit ahead, something else comes in and I'm like pushed like a week behind. So it's just one of those weeks.
Definitely.
So it is what it is. Blaine, we see you down there. But yeah, so I know that Morgan will not be joining us on the show tonight. She is actually currently out at dinner. So she went and got her hair did. And I was like, yeah, go. I was like, go and do that. She was like, well, I hope to be home in time to watch the show, but she wants to go to dinner. I'm like, go to dinner. You can watch the rerun.
Yeah, exactly. She's here like 99% of the time, so that's okay. Yeah. She needs a night off too.
Agreed. That's why I told her, it's not a big deal. Go and do you.
We'll miss her.
But yeah, so we got a great show tonight, and don't forget, following my show, we have Twisted Tales with Jeremy Cotter, and that's going to be an amazing show. He literally told me right before the show who his guests were, and I have already forgotten.
Ellen McNeil and Jack Kenna.
That's who it was. Yeah. So she knew. But he literally told me no shit like 2 minutes before the show.
CRS?
Like
CRS?
It is horrible. It is horrible. I blame Monty.
Yeah, no thanks.
I blame Monty for it.
Okay, it's Monty's fault. Oh.
But yeah, so we got a great guest tonight ourselves though lined up for this show. I have been on his podcast in the past, The Common Historian, and I know he started to get into wanting to possibly do paranormal investigating and stuff, so we're going to touch on that a little bit.
Cool.
I've heard things going on as far as events and stuff as well, so let's go ahead without further ado and bring him on. Welcome to the Paranormal Unveiled family, Jeremy Brunton.
Hey Jeremy.
How are we doing tonight, boss?
Oh, going well. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. No, thank you for coming on the show. And once again, just as I said when I was on your show, I love that background.
It is nice. If you look at it really close to, it has little pieces that you don't normally see.
Yeah, like it's got the little crescent moon thing going on back there. It's got there's two of them on there. Russ, how you doing, brother? But yeah, so first thing I want to do is I want to kind of touch on the podcast, right? Because I know that you look at things from a historical aspect, hence you call yourself the Common Historian.
Yeah.
And so what got you involved in researching the paranormal as far as having guests come on to talk about their experiences?
Well, I've been interviewing people for like now I think it's going on 12 years as the national sales manager in my day job. And I was like, I was doing videos. It was taking forever to put them together and everything. I'm like, why don't I just start doing an interview, interviewing people instead? I said, I do it all the time. I enjoy it. And I love to hear stories. So I tested it out with the Misfits Paranormal Crew, which is a local paranormal crew team. And, I really enjoyed it. They were a blast. They're great. And so I started reaching out to some other New York people. I think the Greystone Manor, Heather Madison was one of my early guests. Nice. Trying to remember some of I've had so many guests now that I don't remember them all. But anyway.
That happens.
We've had both of us too, so yeah.
I just really enjoyed that. And here I feel like doing the podcast and asking questions, I get different perspectives, different stories, and I feel like I'm recording history. Really, I'm recording it because everything's on the internet, so you're recording it, and it's it's there.
Right.
And I think that's really good. All podcasters are really doing that, but I kind of try to take on some of the historical side If they've been to a place, I try to dig in a little bit more into the history part of it, or connecting what they're getting to what I know about the history. I don't always, but and some of them have been pure, just interviews, storytelling. But when I can, I try to connect the two.
No, and that's good though, because you're doing a really good service that people don't realize. I mean, you're not only bringing on people to highlight them as guests, but you're also trying to intertwine the historical aspect into it from things that you know about them, as far as, and also locations that they've been to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually very important, Nicole. But so I've heard that you wanted to start possibly getting into actually investigating.
I do. I'm gonna try that out. Actually, it's coming up May 16th at the Wildwood Sanitarium.
Oh man, you are starting off at a very rough place.
Jumping in.
It looks so much fun. I can't wait. I'm going with
bring a clean pair of shorts and some fresh flashlights, I promise.
I'm going with the Misfits Paranormal crew. Very excited about that. And I've never actually done an overnight, but I did live in a haunted house for 2 years. So let's see if something scares me.
Right. So what can you tell us about that house? Because I was actually going to touch on that next.
Oh, okay. So the house that we lived in, at first, not much was happening. But one night we were sitting watching TV downstairs, and it was a 2-story house. It was my wife. It was when my daughter was only a baby, and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were actually living with us at the time as well in this big old house. And we were watching TV, and all of a sudden we started hearing a baby cry. And it wasn't my daughter. She was a baby, but she was with us in the living room. This was coming from upstairs. There was no one upstairs. That was the first thing that we heard. And then another time, soon after that, my brother and sister-in-law's son, he came in, he ran into the kitchen, and the Christmas tree had fallen down. And he said, that man did it. The man pushed it down. I didn't see anything, or we didn't see anything. But he was like maybe 3, 4, and he swore a man pushed the Christmas tree over.
Interesting.
And it kind of escalated from there. I saw one day we were out in the garage. I came in, and my wife's grandmother also lived with us at the time. Because it was a huge house, so the whole family was living there, but pretty much. But we ended up, I went into the bedroom where the crib was, and I saw a little old lady. Well, I assumed it was my wife's grandmother. I was walking in, not paying much attention. I said, "Oh, Grandma, you're checking on Jazzy?" And as I got to the crib, there was no one there. But I saw a full body little old lady, and my wife's grandmother was in the bathroom. She wasn't even anywhere near the bedroom. And there was many other instances. I saw a lady in white in the upstairs. It was an old farmhouse type. So the stairs would go, they'd go like this. Then there's a landing, and then goes up. And then in there, that's the first bedroom. Then there's a hallway, and there's 2 other bedrooms. And I was going up the stairs one day, and I got just to turn the corner, and I saw a full woman in white walk through from the hallway right into the wall. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I saw the little old lady a couple other times after that in the 2 years we were there. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law moved out eventually. I always could tell when my brother-in-law was coming down, because in the night to go to the bathroom, because there was only one bathroom that was at the bottom of the stairs, and they were up in the top upstairs in the back bedroom. He would run because he swore he heard things in the closet. And my future sister-in-law at the time actually chased what she thought was a person, but I'm pretty sure it was a shadow figure, down the stairs.
Interesting.
Um,
See, I could have dealt with seeing the lady in white upstairs. I could have dealt with all that. I mean, baby crying when you know there's no baby there, that's a little creepy. I mean, that's something like you're home alone. I know you weren't alone at this point. But
yeah.
you're home alone. You hear a baby crying. That's not something you want to hear.
No.
It's just like a good night kiss is all sweet unless you're in prison.
Well,
Same concept.
yeah.
Fuck, Gwen.
Well, okay, it just tickled me, okay? Jesus.
So did you ever look into the history of the house to see if you could kind of gather who it may have been?
There was a older couple that lived there previously. And I'm pretty sure the little old lady was her.
Okay.
There is, where the house sat, it's no longer there. They tore it down after we moved out. We were just renting. But it's right near the Catholic Church and their old cemetery. And I think a lot of that was stuff from the cemetery. I really think that's what a lot of that was, because that wasn't the only thing. My wife saw what she thought was her uncle coming up the front porch. She goes, "Oh, Uncle Joey's here," and so I went to the door. No one's there, but she swore she saw. It was a man. And then when I would be at work, she said and everybody else was gone, mostly. She would be sitting there and she would hear what it sounded like dancing upstairs in the bedrooms.
Huh.
So, it was weird.
That is weird, especially the dancing thing.
Yeah, it sounded like dancing upstairs. So I know that some of the littler kids, when they would go upstairs to play, there was one room and they would go in it and they would go in the closet and they would start digging. They would at the walls saying that, and they would say, "There's someone in there."
Huh.
It was weird.
That is weird, but you know what? In a house that age and stuff like that, you realistically have no idea what's in the walls.
No.
I know that the house that I live in was built in the 1850s. It's an old style farmhouse. I don't want to know what's in these walls.
I don't know. I probably would.
Well, we got to the point where when my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and my wife's grandmother all moved out, and it was just me, my wife, and my daughter, there was a bedroom downstairs. I basically told the entities or ghosts, I was like, "You stay upstairs, we stay downstairs."
That's a fair deal.
And it actually worked out pretty well. There wasn't as much activity after that. They stayed upstairs, we stayed downstairs. And we literally would not go upstairs. I would not go upstairs after dark. I did that once. The kids had played upstairs. They left, of course, the back bedroom light on. And, I had to go up there. This was before cell phones or anything. So it was 20-something years ago. Walk almost pretty much in the dark to the back and turn it off and then walk all the way back. And it's just I already knew what was up there. So
right.
I was like,
yeah, I get you. I understand, especially if you're not, I guess you could say, accustomed to being around that for a long time.
Well, we got used to it after a while.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while, but at first, it's a little unnerving.
The other place I wouldn't go is the basement. I went there once when the fuse blew or the breaker blew. And this was about, in my younger days, I would stay up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you can't do that now. I know I can't.
No. And somehow the fuse blew. So I went down, and of course, the breaker box in the basement on the opposite side of the basement.
Of course, it's never right at the bottom of the stairs.
And there was the light was in the middle of the basement where you had to pull the string. Now, down cellar, I never went down there much, but this time I had to go down. And so I didn't really know what was down there, but I found out quickly when I hit the bottom of the stairs, like all the hair in my arm were all, I could feel something watching me. And the light wasn't even on yet.
It makes it even creepier.
I quickly ran over, pulled the light on, and then went to and got the breaker, pulled it off. But the whole time I could feel like in the cellar, there's where the pipes run for the washer. There's a hole, and whatever was down there, I don't think it was like demonic or like, it was just, I think it was grumpy.
Yeah.
But I could feel it watching me, and that was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever. All the other spirits in the house didn't bother me that much. I would not go down cellar again.
And then I've never personally understood why basements, like spirits just seem to love basements.
Well, in the grumpier ones, he was not happy like the other spirits in the house. I would say the other ones were nicer.
Right. Right. That's a fair way to word it.
And it was just it was a crazy experience down. I was not a fan down there.
I know I love basements. I got lucky enough that in the last house that I lived in before I came here, the actual fuse box was right at the bottom of the staircase. Never encountered that before, never seen it since. And luckily for me, for this instance, not that I'm afraid of basements, because basements are my favorite rooms in the house. Basements and attics, that's the two places I love to be.
I do.
But I go downstairs at least once every 2 days because the microwave would pop the freaking breaker anytime, like every 6th or 7th use, the microwave would pop the breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't bother me being down there. But would I ever slept down there?
No.
I think it would have been more for the spiders for me, because there was a lot of spiders down there.
No spiders. No. No.
The other times that I can think of, just ones I can think off the top of my head, was when I used to go to when I used to work and I used to carpool, and someone would pick me up. Well, we would leave at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And so we had a garage, so I would go out there and wait and, usually smoke, because I had that bad habit. And so, anyway, one morning I was sitting there, and it had just snowed the night before. It was in the middle of the winter, and I heard footsteps, and they kept coming closer and closer to the side door in the garage. So I went and I looked out. The fresh snow's there. There's no tracks, but I swear I heard something walk all the way up, just right almost to that door.
But no tracks in the snow.
No tracks in the snow, no nothing. So I don't know if that, I'm assuming that was one of the spirits, but it could have been someone else, but I just didn't see the tracks. But it freaked me out a little bit.
I don't feel like for me that would have been a person, because you would have seen the tracks, you would think. Yeah,
that's what I thought. I made it. I figured it was one of the spirits in the house that was, because it wasn't just the house, the outside. We would see stuff outside too. So it was the whole land there.
Right, right.
I really wonder if
it was also close to a Catholic church. It was close to a really old cemetery, so you could have had wandering spirits.
Yeah.
I know that happens from time to time. Like you mentioned earlier, you think it could have been connected to some of that.
Yeah, I do believe that it was connected to some of that. And I'm wondering if it's. I keep telling my wife, I said, I'm going to go stop there, because I know where exactly the house was. They put a sign. There's a sign right where our shrubs used to be, where the house was. I said, I really might I want to go take a picture of it just to see, because I've told this story so many times to kind of show where it is.
Right.
And then also I said, I wonder if some of those spirits are still there, because I know it wasn't the house, it was the land. And
right, but you know how awkward that would be to knock on a stranger's door, and be like, I used to live here and I'm just curious.
Well, no. It's the sign for the housing. It's no longer, the house is no longer there. There's a sign for the elderly housing in the back.
Oh,
okay. So they when they tore the house down, they didn't build a new house. They put it. Okay,
there's just a sign. The sign for the elderly housing is now there.
Interesting.
Right where because our tree that was there behind the house is still there. They didn't take that down when they tore the house down. So I know exactly where the house was. I'm wondering if I should go and take my phone and just do a little EVP session.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. How far is the elderly housing? How far is that from actually where the house was?
It wasn't there back then. Only one of the buildings was there. It's like probably a quarter of a mile. It's up a ways. It's a little ways away.
That would be interesting to investigate, just to see.
But I've always wondered if I should probably go and, just take my phone out and just ask some questions and see if any of them recognize me.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's only been 20 years.
that is true, but if you go off of the theory that spirits recognize energy, not necessarily people,
right?
They may be familiar with your energy, although I'm sure it's shifted a little bit over the years, but it probably hasn't shifted enough that they're not going to recognize it.
Yeah. Well, and back then I wasn't really into the paranormal. I wish I would have been, because I would have had fun in my own house. But
you got to be careful investigating your own house, though.
That is true. I do my app test here and I do mini investigations here, but I always have firm ground rules for opening sessions, closing sessions, all that good. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
But I did mine one time, so that's it. Only once.
But I do know that here very soon we are going to see each other in Vermont.
Yeah.
So what you want to discuss that? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So it's the 25th and 26th, the Vermont Horror, Fantasy, and Sci-Fi Expo. I'll be hosting the paranormal panel. It's the personal experiences panel. Nate will be on at least one of them.
At least one.
At least one, maybe two.
You never know with me.
Yeah. So that should be fun. It's gonna be my first time hosting something like that. I said it can't be any different than asking questions here, other than there's people in front of me.
It's literally the same thing, but it is a little bit more nerve-wracking. I won't lie to you. But once you get up there, you get comfortable. You're good.
Yeah. And I think it'll be fine. Adam Berry's going to be there on the panel as well. And then Scott Baker, and let me look here because I'm terrible at names. Reed Alexander is another one. There might be some other ones, some other people as well, but those are the confirmed ones right now. So
right, and not just on our panel. There's going to be a lot of other.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of others. Yes,
I know SVC Explorers of the Unknown are going to be there.
Yes, and they have their own little presentation as well.
Yes, I'm looking forward to meeting them. I've been following them on TikTok for years. They've been following me for years. They're actually one of the few teams that has actually sent me some of their own evidence to do in breakdown videos.
Oh, nice.
So they are very very credible. I like the guys. I think they're amazing. So I'm looking forward to meeting them for sure.
Hey guys, how can people look up that event?
It is it will be on actually I share like everything from them on my Facebook, but you can they have a Facebook page. It's the Vermont Horror, Fantasy, and Sci-Fi. If you type it in, you can find that there. And you can buy tickets in advance, or you can buy them at the door. I think they're having some photo ops with different people.
Yes.
I'm terrible at names. I know Adam Berry's is one of them. He's doing some photo ops. I know the guy from, and I can't remember his name, but from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake.
Oh yeah. What is his name?
I'm looking forward to meeting him, but I can't think of his name off the. I should have wrote it down.
I'm going to look.
I didn't.
Like Google.
he is going to be there. And there's going to be a lot of other great vendors as well. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be my first kind of con that I went to.
You'll enjoy it, man. They're fun.
So
they're fun. They're great. They're great ways to network. You meet a lot of amazing folks. And speaking of photo ops, guys, if you are at the event, I'm always down to take selfies with folks. So,
yeah, and I will. We both have a booth there, and I believe we're
right next to each other.
Yeah, I think we're going to be right next to each other. So
just get ready for some pranks.
And then I did, but I took your advice, Nate. I went and got some stickers to hand out to the kids. So nice. It's actually my background. So
nice. Yes,
I want one there.
Yeah, me and Morgan, we're bringing this little skull bowl that she ordered. We're gonna have a mixture of Bigfoot, Mothman, and ghost stickers in there for the kids.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I always love to do that. The thing is for me is I'm putting out, you know, a decent amount of money to be at this event, and I'm not actually vending anything at this event, which is different for me. I'm actually just going to promote.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
But I actually think if they come in time, Jeremy, I should have copies of my book by then. So if you don't have one, I'll bring one for you.
Nice. I do have one, and I don't know where I put it. I need to find it in the next week.
You sound like this. Hey, I have the page up, guys.
That was the best answer I've ever heard.
That's fun.
I'm just being honest. It's somewhere here.
I love it though. That was awesome.
Let's see. We have Bruce Boxleiter. Am I saying that right? Adam Berry, Claudia Christian. She's also from Babylon 5. Yep. And got cosplayers. You got artists and authors. I don't see a total list, but there's a lot of folks.
Yeah, it's getting up. It's getting updated quite regularly. So
yeah.
But it's going to be a fun event in Essex Junction. I don't think it's all that far from Lake Champlain.
No, it's only a couple miles. I believe it's only a couple miles.
I am definitely, after the event, I'm going on a champ hunt. I am going to Lake Champlain, and I'm going to see if I can get me a glimpse of Champy.
Oh, please take pictures, video, everything.
Oh, please. You know I will. I want a picture of myself in front of that sign where they list all the sightings.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I have never seen him, and I've seen Lake Champlain many, 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 many times. I've never seen him, but
I've never been.
I've crossed on the ferry many, many times as well. It's a little choppy out there sometimes.
I've heard. Yeah, I've never been there. But speaking of Champy, what is your opinion on cryptids? Speaking of cryptids, before we get to that, I actually got Morgan got myself and my son these little Bigfoots. I'm going to use them for thumb wrestling. So, and I also like the fact that you can put your finger in here and go.
You're easily amused, aren't you?
The little things. The little things are important.
Well, we do the cryptid show. Nathaniel's been on there, and Jeremy pops in and says hi, and so I love all that stuff. I have a friend in North Carolina who wants me to come up and go. And now that the weather's better, hopefully I'll get to go soon.
As you should.
I want to very badly.
So, yes. So what are your thoughts on cryptids, Jeremy? Do you think they're real, like Bigfoot, Mothman, or the Macaulay Membe?
Some of them are. I don't know if I believe in all of them. I do believe in Bigfoot. I think he's interdimensional.
Yes.
I think me and Nate had this conversation on our show about that. I think that's why you don't find any remains. But they're interdimensional, but I think that might also be very much related to UFOs, possibly. I wonder if they're actual alien. I haven't really looked into it, but
I mean that is plausible, because if you think about it, in the areas where there are high concentrations of UFO sightings, there's also at least a moderate tracking of Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah. I was really disappointed I'm not be able to go to the Sasquatch festival in Whitehall this year. I got invited to go. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it there. It's in September, but maybe next year.
Yeah, I know. I don't believe I'm a guest there this year, but I know I'm going to attend it just because I've wanted to go since I've moved here. I'm going over to Exeter, New Hampshire, and I'm going to go and check out the Exeter UFO Festival.
Oh.
And that's very close to where Betty and Barney Hill were abducted. So that whole story intrigues me. I know my good buddy Jimmy Pettitino is going to be there, so it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah, he's hilarious.
Which, if we didn't explain that, by the way, Jeremy, if you see me and Gwen kind of just
I know.
You know the deal.
He knows the deal. Yeah.
I'm a regular.
No, but just making sure.
Well, for the viewers, if we go, it's because I'll pop it. We're saying, hey.
If one of us is talking, if someone's talking, we're not going to interrupt the other person just to say, hey, we see you down there. We're just going to go.
Yeah.
No, but I do want to say one thing. Russ, Russ is having some health issues, and we hope you're getting better. I really do.
He will.
Yep.
He owes me a kiss, so he will.
There will be cameras involved in this, Russ, just so you know.
No, he's a good dude. It was we had made some kind of joke the other day, and I was like, look, don't allow this to happen. And basically, things got strange. But no,
it sounds like it may have gotten a little strange there. Yeah.
No, it was me and Russ, man, we're pretty tight. So I mean, but so I agree with you on that, though. I think that there is a very good possibility the Bigfoots are either interdimensional or alien forms of some type that are just maybe appearing to us and under some kind of cloak of this big hominoid creature.
Yeah.
Or maybe, like I said on your show, we've never found bones because they're so much like humans that they bury their dead deep enough where we can't find them. Or what's the plausibility that they cannibalize their dead?
Yeah, that's true.
Or they just take them back however they get here.
Yeah, they're like Elvis. Elvis ain't dead. He went home, according to Men in Black.
Gone? Well, yeah.
But, there are some cryptids out there I do believe could exist. Like if you go over to the Congolese, the jungle, they have this legend of the Shafapofi, which is a huge Congolese spider that's said to like measure something like 4 or 5 feet in length. Do I think that a spider gets that big? No. But could I see one maybe like 1.5 feet, 2 feet? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They can keep that one. They just keep that one there.
If we find it, if they discover this, I'm going to ensure you get to see it in person.
Okay. You know what I'm about to bring out for you, right? Okay.
No.
You know I'm scared to death of spiders.
Fucking gnomes.
Gnomes. Well, I'll tell the story real quick. I got bit by a brown recluse, and I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. And I stay clear of any spider now that I can. They go their way, I go mine. We all good.
A brown recluse once. That's it.
Hospital 2 weeks.
I've gotten that shit twice. I got that shit twice and got a black widow bite once.
Ooh.
Which, luckily, black widows don't typically inject poison when they bite. 80% of the time, it's a dry bite. So, that's a plus.
True.
So let me ask you this. Out of all this time you've been doing this podcast, how long have you had the Common Historian podcast for now?
The podcast started beginning of August of 2025. Yeah.
So out of all the guests that you have on, right? You go through, you do a pre-record, and then you kind of, you chop it together, you edit it, you do your thing. Yeah. Do you have a preferred editing program that you would recommend to people who are wanting to get into podcasting that want to kind of do a pre-record style that might work easy for them?
I use Descript. Basically, you can upload it and you have to listen to the voices and, the names of everyone. And then you go through, and editing is very easy because you just erase the words, whatever you don't want in there. So, I take out my that I do all the time and, other stuff, or, when you can actually, in that software, it will allow you to, like, if you say this is a retake, it'll know that, and it'll automatically take out the retakes.
See, no, that could come in handy for me when I do my app testing videos.
True.
I really like it. It's a really nice
app. Is it expensive?
It's not bad at all. I can't remember how much it is.
I could tell you,
And I think there's
CapCut.
a free version as well. There's a free version as well.
Okay,
Right.
nice. Yeah, because CapCut is what I do. I use to do my promotional videos, and I was kind of looking at maybe upgrading to the paid version, so I have more options as far as text blocks that I can use and different effects and stuff. $89 a year.
Yeah.
That's almost as that's like what, $25 less than having Amazon Prime for a year. That's ridiculous.
I have CapCut, which I barely use, and I didn't think I paid that much. No, I didn't pay that much for it.
No. The year subscription is now like $89, but there's also a free version.
I have a paid version, but it's not super expensive. It's like I have it so I can do a little bit more than the free, because I do occasionally I'll do something on it, but I don't really use it much.
Well, hell then, Gwen, put it to use.
The other thing I use also sometimes is Canva. I use that as well.
I use Canva a lot.
It depends on what I want to do with it. Like
Mhm.
I did start a new thing that I just started this past Monday, the Darkness Files, which is basically I'm diving into different, dark topics, or it doesn't have to be always paranormal or cryptid, but, dark history. And so basically what I do is I just record myself on Zoom, and then I add some pictures,
Nice.
to it. And it's only it's a little shorter than the interviews, and it kind of breaks up everything a little bit. You get something for different and not as long for people to watch. So that's something that I'm gonna try. I just started doing that. I have the next 5 already mapped out of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just try to explore different topics. And sometimes it'll be paranormal, cryptid. Sometimes it's going to be dark history or even a true crime type. Just something a little bit different. Variety.
Well, if you go into true crime, I can tell you that here, literally in the area that I live, back in the I think it was like late 80s, early 90s, there was a serial killer that lived here that was never caught.
Oh.
So I can give you some more information on that if you'd be interested in looking into that.
Yeah, I might be. I'm developing topics for, it's a once a week, but, I'm trying to build. I like to do everything, like have it all ready and ahead of time.
Right, which is smart. I like to do the same thing too, but look, I put the pro in procrastinate.
Does he not? Oh my.
So, like, legit, I will have full plans on doing something on Sunday, and come Tuesday, I might have gotten to it.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there with the phone going, Nathaniel, are you breathing?
I mean, I'm not that horrible. No. I mean, but like legit, like, because I know you sent me your information. I think it was like, what, Saturday?
Yeah, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, wasn't it?
And I literally just got around
Saturday,
to the video together today. That is how bad I am.
And he will not let me do it for him.
Well, in my defense, Morgan was up here this weekend, so I was spending time with her, so that's why I didn't do it over the weekend. In my defense, but yeah, no, like I am so horrible at it. But so that's something that I need to kind of look into. I need to look better at like time management, like what you're doing with trying to get stuff done beforehand.
Yeah,
I feel like it makes the process much smoother.
Yeah, it does. But again, you can ask my wife. I procrastinate quite a bit too. There's sometimes that my interviews are not done, like my editing and everything is not done, and it's like the day of the interview is supposed to be coming out. So there is some of those times when like a Saturday morning I'm still editing, and I'm like, this has to go. I need to upload this.
Yes. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that. I mean, he's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's not lying. Like legit, he's not. But George, I love you, brother. You got a place in my heart. I love you, brother. But yeah, that's a fact. I have done that before. I have literally opened a text message and say, "Oh, I'll respond to that in an hour." And 3 weeks later, I'm going through my phone. I'm like, did I ever fucking respond to that?
Nope.
It does happen. unfortunately.
So guess what, Nathaniel? Guess who does a lot of this and can probably help you out a little bit. Just saying.
Moppy?
Yeah, Moppy. Yeah. I
Hey,
need
you know what?
Moppy's number. Yeah.
I'm sure I could teach Moppy how to do some editing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if his furry hands are touchscreen friendly or not, but I'm sure he'd fucking deal.
You
He'd
could
be
wipe
good.
the screen off. It'd be okay.
Yeah, he'd be fine. So let me ask you, you do, in the time of doing your podcast, you've had some great guests on your show. You cannot include me. Yes, I know I am. I've been really tired. I have not been feeling that great. But or am I red faced for a different reason? Am I angry?
Your camera does look a little bit red faced. Just
well, it's been nice and sunny and decent weather now, so I'm actually going outside. So I'm not looking like a fucking vampire anymore.
He's
But
getting a tan.
a little bit. See what happens with me because of my Native American heritage. I'll burn once for the year and then I'll stay tan the whole year. It's nice because I don't have to deal with peeling skin. So as much as I do, I kind of enjoy peeling that up. The conversation for another time. So let me ask you, Jeremy, do you have and you cannot include me in this because I know I've been on your show. Do you have a favorite guest that you've ever interviewed?
Oh, that's tough.
You can choose three. Choose your top three.
Top three. I have to say Lee was one of my top ones. We had such a fascinating conversation. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I need to have her back on because I think we could go for another hour. And
that's fair.
I'm trying. There's been so many, and I really enjoyed Jeff Ballinger, the Christmas episode. Loved it.
That was such a good episode.
I loved it. I loved talking, all the Christmas, the non-traditional Christmas.
Yeah, that was such a good episode. I really enjoyed that because I know a lot about the Yule lads. So that was kind of like, I was like, yes, I like this. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that one. And I'm trying to think. There's so many that are so close.
That's fair.
Personal enjoyment, Jeremy Cotter.
Oh yeah.
I loved Gwen, yours was good too.
Thank you.
I had fun on that. I had fun on a lot. I have fun on most of them.
I saw it. It was I.
Boy, don't make me have to get on the plane now.
But no, I've had so many great guests and I enjoy them all.
There's Lee. He was just bragging on you, Lee, how he enjoyed your episode with him so much.
Yeah, and here recently you had on someone that I consider not really a friend because I've never met him, but more of a really good acquaintance of mine. Stephen LaChance.
Oh yeah, that was a great. We talked about his new book and his other book that he had out recently as well, Zombie Road, and
Zombie Road is good.
Yeah, there's that, and then he has his new book, which is kind of the accumulation of his everything he's done.
Yes.
And that was an amazing conversation. Like I said, there's so many very good ones, and I have some good ones coming up too that'll be coming out soon.
Cool.
So
and Stephen, he's one of my favorite books by him was Blessed Are the Wicked. That was such a good book, which was actually a sequel to the Union Screaming House book.
Yes.
And did anyone else hear that?
The Uninvited. Yeah, that was my phone.
Okay. Okay.
My phone just binged.
I thought I was hearing stuff.
You see me go.
I did. I was sitting there. I was like, I don't have to change the batteries in my smoke detector. They're hardwired. But yeah. So I mean, the Union Screaming House. That whole thing that he had to go through. As you know, you interviewed him. It was on an episode of Discovery Channel's A Haunting.
Yeah.
And it was such an ordeal him and his family had to go through.
Yeah, it really was. I think the book's called The Uninvited, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yes. The Uninvited, and then the sequel is Blessed Are the Wicked.
Yeah.
And both amazing books. I love them. I would highly recommend go and check out that episode. It is out now.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
out. It was out. Was it this past Saturday?
That's what I thought. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
watched it. I didn't just watch the reels. I know I watched it. So I want to make sure I wasn't going nuts, which I already am. So wanted to be sure. But no, I mean, it was a great conversation, and the Jeff Bellinger conversation, that was awesome.
Oh,
and I gotta
that
give you your props and kudos to that as well, because you're the hookup that got him to come on my show.
Oh,
So
no problem.
He'll be on my show later this year.
That's great.
So I gotta thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I just came upon him. You know, when I reached out to him on Instagram because I wanted someone for to do a Christmas special with, and I thought of him, and I was like, well, you know, I'll reach out, see if he's available. And he wrote back. He says, "Oh yeah, but when do you want to record?" So,
yes, Blessed of the Wicked is such a good book. But yes, I think next year for Christmas, maybe you should look at maybe having Candace and Derek Fetters on the Paraclaw.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love them. They are such good people.
I think I recently was friends with them on Facebook too. Haven't met them, but I was introduced kind of through your podcast, I believe. I saw them on.
It's very possible. I can tell you that they're amazing people. They're great guests.
They really are.
And for Christmas, you never know. They might come dressed as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, true.
I think this year for the Christmas episode, I'm going to see if I can just wrap myself up in wrapping paper.
Why don't you just get like one of those jackets that looks like wrapping paper?
Because it'd be more of a challenge to try and wrap myself up completely.
That's true.
I just want to see if it can be done.
I bet Morgan will help you, or your brother might help you. Chris, he might do it with duct tape. So
Age appropriate jokes here, Nathan.
Yeah,
but no.
Have you put the thing on the bottom yet today?
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna say if my brother tried to wrap me up on that damn thing, I'd be afraid he's gonna try and touch me. Who knows? But
you need antlers. Well, we do wear the little antler things. And
I actually think I got one of those Rudolph glowing nose things. How in the hell did we get on the topic? Oh, yeah, we're talking about Jeff Belanger in the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
We kind of got on the tape trail. This happens a lot on this show, if you've never noticed, Jeremy. Steven's such a good dude. So let me ask you, have you ever thought about with your history and stuff, like do you have a degree in history, or where do you find your stuff from?
I graduated from the Grand Canyon University, and I have a bachelor's degree in history.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I got the common historian, because I do have a degree in it. So I figured, and the origin story was that my channel originally was supposed to be a history channel, and it just wasn't doing much. So I have to do something paranormal, and it did much better. And I said, well, I'll just do the history, history meets the supernatural. And that's I started doing paranormal videos and stuff like that. And then I went over to doing the podcast. So,
and I think that's a great idea to have the history mixed with the paranormal, because a lot of people, they lose sight of the aspect that without the history of a location, you don't have paranormal things happening.
Yeah.
So, and it's a huge thing for me. So let me ask you, before you go to your trip to Wildwood over there, are you going to be researching the location first, or are you going to go in there, see what you can experience, and then research the location after?
I know a little bit already, just because I used to, I've watched Wildwood when people going live on Wildwood. I've watched some videos on it already, so I know some of it. I might dig a little bit. What I want to try to do is the team I'm going with they like to go in blind. They don't want to know much at all.
Right.
I want to see what they find, that I can relate back to the actual history.
So you're going to be there overnight, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have any plans on making this very short side trip to go and check out Rolling Hills Asylum while you're there, at least to see the place?
There's a possibility. we are going the day before.
Nice.
We're leaving on Friday. It's a 7-hour drive. So
yeah, it's about a 7-hour drive from here for me as well. So I know what you mean.
Yeah, so it's a 7-hour drive. So we are going the day before, spending the night, and then we have all day on Saturday because I don't think we can check in there till like 6 or 7.
That sounds right, like 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah. So I suggested the Hinsdale.
Oh, good choice.
Because I think it's like 30 minutes from there. But Rolling Hills is another. But I know, well, one of the ladies that are in there, she's a medium, and she wants to be very careful. She wants to save her. She says a lot of, she gets very tired out if she's, interacting too much.
Right,
so
right. It's an energy.
Wants to save it for Wildwood, so we don't know how much haunted stuff we're going to do during the day.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I was thinking no need to investigate. Just go stand in front of the building, take a photo, say you've been.
Well, yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Because I do that with any haunted place that I go to, even if I don't investigate it. If I know it's haunted, I at least get a picture of myself in front of it and say, "Hi, I've been here."
Yeah.
I planned on some point this year. I don't think it's going to happen though financially for me to be able to make it happen. I was trying to get a group of 10 people up that would go split it 10 ways to go and spend the night at Rolling Hills Asylum.
Oh, that would be fun.
Because I've always wanted to go there. I got a friend of mine at work named Steve. The guy is he's not deathly afraid of spirits, but he's afraid enough that he said he's going to bring his shotgun bandolier that he's got, like all the shotgun shells, completely lined with flashlights.
I need to see this badly. So if you go, please let me know. I'll try to go.
Well, if this happens, I'm going to have someone distract him so I can remove all the batteries.
Oh, Nathaniel.
What? I'm a dick. We know this.
Yes, but you know what? The spirits will just come and, if you got them,
you know what?
The right ones anyway.
That's what I want. Because little does he know, I love to break people in by having them do a solo in the basement.
Oh, yeah. You could just turn them backwards.
I could. That's a good
say,
thought.
how did that happen? Mm-hmm.
So what is your plan for the future moving forward with your podcast channel? Did you plan on staying in the same aspect? I know you got the other project going on as well now.
Yeah.
But is there ever a chance that we could see those two projects intertwine?
Ooh.
Possibly. The ultimate goal is I would like to see how this new darkness project works, and if it catches on, eventually going live with my podcast, and possibly moving away from the YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
doing more traditional podcasts or network podcast type thing.
Right. I can tell you from my personal experience doing editing for YouTube, for my paranormal app test videos, and then doing a live podcast, it's a completely different beast.
Yeah.
I mean, with the way you do it, you at least have that chance that, say someone says something that you're not necessarily, it's like, people might take this the wrong way. You've got a chance to fix that.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're live, people are going to say what they want, and you ain't got no chance to fix it.
I like that better for me. Just for me, though. That's my choice. But
I mean, for my show, it works fine because I love ruffling feathers. So for my show, it works fine.
Yeah.
Other shows on the network, though, it might not work as well.
Yeah. No, that's kind of the plan. I'd like to get where it would be manageable for me to do a couple of those types of, darkness files, and kind of move the interviews off. Or not off, you're not even completely off, but get towards the live instead.
Right. You're trying to do a transition. From what I'm gathering from what you're saying, I'm not trying to interrupt you. You're trying to do a transition from doing the pre-recorded podcast to doing a live podcast.
Yes, but I want to make sure that it transitions well, where I'm not going to lose all the momentum I have on YouTube already.
Well, remember, I suggested that you just, try one. If it works, maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, I could do that as well. I could start. I did try to go out live on YouTube a couple weeks ago, and for some reason, I could go TikTok fine. I can go Facebook, fine. YouTube, I don't know what it is, but I had so much issues trying to go live on YouTube.
I've heard other people.
The one time I tried, I experienced a severe lag, and it took me almost half an hour to get the live video started.
Well, that's what I had. It was like I was lagging like crazy, and I go live TikTok, not often, but quite a bit, and I have no lag, no nothing. So I don't know what it is with YouTube, but that's what my hesitation is going.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair. I wonder if it's the streaming platform that they use as far as what they use for live videos. I see you over there, Gwen. I know I'm a time Nazi. You know I got
He
this.
is. He'll be tripping out in a minute.
No, I won't. Well, yeah, I will if I keep going because I'm
You
going to get
will.
off on another paper trail. But so Jeremy, where can people find you?
So you can, of course, on Facebook, Jeremy Brunton. I also have a Facebook group, YouTube, The Common Historian. And then I also do have TikTok, Instagram, more than all. And you can find me on LinkedIn, but it's more my work stuff.
Am I part of that Facebook group?
I invited you.
I don't know if I accepted it or not. Send another invite.
Okay.
I don't know if I accepted it or not.
He doesn't look at his messages sometimes either.
No, actually, typically when it's a group things, unless you send me a message say, "Hey, Nate, I invited you to this group," I just typically delete group messages.
Oh.
So
What is it called, Jeremy? What's your group?
Oh no, it's a Facebook group. It's The Common Historian.
I thought I was in it. Okay.
I believe you are because you're posting it often. You share a lot of it.
I will definitely double check and make sure that I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm there. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. YouTube is the main one that I work through, but I do a little bit of everything on all the others too. So
Right.
Love it. And then in a few weeks, people can find you where?
At the Vermont Horror, Fantasy, and Sci-Fi Expo in Essex Junction, Vermont, 25th and 26th.
It's gonna be a great time. Jeremy's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have some good folks. And so Jeremy, I always end my podcast off as you've seen my show with 3 specific questions. So question number 1, you got one place that you can go to investigate the paranormal. Price is not an issue. All expenses paid. Where you going?
I would like to go investigate Edinburgh Castle in Scotland.
Oh, that's a good one.
See, somebody with me. Yes, I want to do the whole country. So,
well, that too, but the whole UK. But if I have to pick one place, Edinburgh Castle.
Thank you.
Or the Ram's Inn, the old Ram's Inn. That's
the ancient Ram Inn.
Yeah, the ancient Ram's Inn. That would be the other place.
So Edinburgh Castle, for the record, is my second castle that I'd like to investigate right behind Lep. So
that's another one. I forgot about that one. That one's supposed to be good too.
Oh yeah, and there's also a castle off of the loch of Lake Ness. So I'd love to investigate that little small ruin. But anyways, so we're going to Edinburgh Castle. You could take one person with you, and you being a history buff, this should be an interesting answer. They could be alive or dead. Who are you bringing with you and why?
I knew you were going to ask me this question, but I didn't think about it.
And he watches, yeah.
Well, since I'm not very experienced at it, I would probably need someone decently experienced. So I'd probably want to take like the Warrens.
Oh,
there you go.
I like it. I like it. This is probably so far the most unique answer we've gotten. So we're going to Edinburgh Castle in Scotland. We're taking the Warrens with us. You can bring one piece of equipment and one piece of equipment only. What piece of equipment are you bringing with you and why that piece of equipment?
Well, I'm not overly familiar with a lot of them. So I would probably just a basic recorder.
I like it. I like it.
Because, I think that's one of the easier ways to gather evidence.
I agree it is. And honestly, it's one of the most basic ways to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I love that answer. Absolutely. Jeremy, once again, I thank you so much for coming on and spending an hour with us tonight. I really enjoyed the conversation. I
Great.
cannot wait to see you in a few weeks at the Vermont convention. It's going to be a great time. If you would not mind hanging out in the background for like 5 minutes, we got another ad to run, and I got a typical follow-up question that I ask all my guests. But
Right.
thank you so much for coming on the show tonight and spending an hour with us. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Put you in
Absolutely,
the back.
I have to have you back.
Great. Yes, I would love to.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll see you in just a minute, brother. So, Gwen, that was another episode of the
Yeah.
Paranormal Unveiled podcast on a Wicked Wednesday. I feel like that was a really good show for me not having any questions written down.
Poor
That-
Nate. It's gonna be okay.
I don't like freeballing it, okay? I don't like not having a security blanket.
Yeah, well, that's okay. He does his own shows, so he can help you.
Yeah, no, it worked great. I
Yeah.
mean, he's very good conversationalist there. Made it very easy
Yes.
as far as being a podcast host. And I kind of think that was one question I did forget to ask, and was I wanted to ask what it's like being on the other side of the spectrum, being the guy asked the questions, not asking them. But I completely never got there because I got off on a pig trail. But look, I'd be doing that, and it's okay.
I do it too.
But yeah, it was an absolutely great show. I had a lot of fun talking. I had fun being on his show. So you guys be sure to go to his YouTube, subscribe to the Common Historian podcast. Look, he's got some amazing interviews on there. It's awesome. He does a great job. So be sure to go and follow him and subscribe. You know, add him as a friend on here. He may or may not add you. I can't speak for him, but if he does, you're welcome. But anyways, guys, that was another Wicked Wednesday with the Paranormal Unveiled podcast. If you missed Christina Bloom's show earlier, the Paramystic podcast, please be sure to go and check it out. Watch the rerun. You can still comment and you can still like on the reruns, guys. You don't have to watch the lives.
Exactly.
Also, do not forget to go at 9:30 tonight and watch Twisted Tales with Jeremy Cotter. So I was getting short of breath there. With Jeremy Cotter, and he has on Ellen McNeil and
Jack Kenna.
Jack Kenna. Why can I not remember that name?
I don't know. You want me to play the commercial for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do that. I gotta find it. So sorry. There we go.
Welcome to Twisted Tales. Crank the dial, kill the light. Ghosts come crawling every night. Broken, missing, murder mail. Step inside the Twisted Tale. Twisted Tale, tale. Blood and bones and unknown trails. Twisted Tale, tale. True got teeth and drags their nails. Urban riding, back road sins. Dead men talking through the wind. Cursed objects, killer law. Once you hear it, you want more. No fairy dust, no happy end. Just how the nightmare really went. Turn it up.
Yeah, you know what? As soon as I saw his picture, I knew exactly who in the hell it was.
If you're in the paranormal and you don't know who that is, well,
No,
I'm
I was just having an issue remembering his name for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I could picture the face.
yeah, it's
But
gonna
yeah,
be
no, so
great.
that is going to be a great show. But we've already run about 5 minutes over, guys, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to push Jeremy's show a little bit,
Yes.
and of course push Christina's show because this is Wicked Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead. We will end the show. Thank everybody out there for joining in tonight,
Yes.
and thank my guest, Jeremy Brunton. He was amazing. And I will see you guys next week. Same spooky time, same spooky network.
Good night.